is 33.69 kilometer, and distribution system is of 157 kilometer. Cultival command area at present is 9069 hectares. It's a gravity canal classified as a contour canal. Services serve approximately 96 villages in the region and benefiting a population of approximately 110,000 people. Agriculture, typical crops include wheat, rice, sugarcane, and vegetables. Contributes significantly to the local economy through improved agriculture output. Additional features sports
स्लाइड्स
18
मूव नहीं
leagues.
कर रही है सर, स्लाइड्स नहीं मूव कर रही है, आवाज आ रही है, स्लाइड्स नहीं move।
अभी सर मूव नहीं की है स्लाइड, वो उस अब आ रही है, फिर स्लाइड्स आ रही है अब. Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes,
No,
you
sir,
are very
no.
much audible. These slides are there, but अभी भी मतलब जैसे आप पहले दिखा रहे थे ना कि लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे इस कलर की कनाल ये है, वो सब नहीं आ रहा है.
हाँ,
तो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट कि वो सब आना चाहिए.
चलिए सर, मैं अब आ रहा है सर, ये अब आ रहा है. अब आ रहा है सर स्लाइड कितने सर जी आ रहा है अभी?
हाँ, ये आपकी फर्स्ट स्लाइड आ रही है, उसके बाद की कोई स्लाइड नहीं आ रही. आपकी फर्स्ट स्लाइड हमको दिख रही है, सबको दिख रही है. अब आप दिख रहे हो.
अब आइए सर.
नहीं, अभी नहीं आ रही.
Hello. Ranjit.
Now it is clear.
Okay, sir. Should I repeat, sir? This is the first slide where I have shown all the main canals under my division, and right from the water is flowing, it has been shown in arrow. And first there is a lift irrigation scheme Ranjan, which I have shown in green color. And Ranjan Canal CCA is 2023 hectares and discharge is 120 cusecs. And then Garkhal Canal is shown in red color. CCA is 320 hectares and discharge 70 cusecs. And to the downside, there is a Parwal Canal, which has a discharge of 220 cusecs. And to the right side is a new Partap Canal. CCA is 9069 and discharge of 438 cusecs. These are the 4 canals under irrigation division Akhnoor. Besides 45 lift irrigation schemes. This slide, sir, I am now concentrating on new Partap Canal. And the salient features of new Partap Canal, its length is 33.69 and distribution system is of 157 kilometers. And cultival command area is 9069 at present. And it's a gravity canal classified as a contour canal. And it serves as a 96 villages in the region and benefiting a population of approximately 110,000 people. Agriculture mainly of wheat, rice, sugarcane, and vegetables are cultivated, and it contributes significantly to the local economy through improved agriculture output. And it supports also 18 lift irrigation scheme and plays a vital role in sustaining local agriculture and rural livelihood.
Hydraulic Ramban, please mute your mic. Action hydraulic Ramban.
Sir, slides are visible.
Please, आप चलिए.
Sir, actually, I will go for a brief history of this Partap Canal. Previously, it was a Partap Canal constructed in 1906. It was constructed in conventional design. And in 1957, there was a flood and the headworks of that Partap Canal was at Devipur completely damaged, and its new location was identified as Jiapota, and then its length increased 33.69 with a discharge capacity of 500 cusecs. That is in 1958 to 1969. And then first modernization was done in 1982. First modernizations, we were mainly focused on pitching and grouting, and 6 lift irrigation schemes additional were added on this. And then 91 completion of phase first modernization was taken in 1982 and completed phase 1 in 1901. And then 4 more lift irrigation schemes were added to expand irrigation capacity. Now, from 97 to 2020, again, modernization was taken, second phase of modernization was taken, and further improvements to canal infrastructure and expansions. Total 18 lift, 14 lift schemes are at present working on NPC. Now this 24 to 27, 24 to 27, 3 years of this present.
Other than the person who is speaking, can everybody else shut off their mics? ये तीसरा शर्मा कौन है?
आवाज नहीं आएगा। मुझे सामने करो ना, मैं तो सामने नहीं चाहिए। मैं कुछ नहीं। तो कॉपी मिली हो? कितनी मिली है?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Should I continue, sir?
248. चलो भेज देना मैं।
Should I continue, sir? Now, from 2024 to 2027, that is the topic under discussion, that is modernization of new Partap Canal under NABARD. Now, this project proposed to be further enhance the canal's capacity, strengthen major structures, focus on stabilizing potential, increasing cultivable command area, and improving efficiency. So this map is showing the new Partap Canal. It's a main red color we are showing. It's a main new Partap Canal, and distributaries and minors and sub-minors are being displayed over here. Since we are talking of this canal only, so this is 33.69 of total length, and one, as I earlier told, 157 kilometer of network of this new Partap Canal. Now, to simplify things, I have shown this in line diagram. That is showing the main new Partap Canal disseminating from the right bank of new river Chenab, and it's culminating at the Ditchcom Bund at the tail end. And this is almost 16-kilometer ditch bund. That is also we are providing water to them, and 17 distributaries and 5 falls are shown here, and the capacity of each distributary is reflected in the table shown below. Now these are the I have taken few structures where the loss of irrigation water due to damaged structure causing huge loss to the irrigation water. and approximately it has been assessed that we are losing approximately 70 cusecs of water. Why all these damaged structures spanning over to the whole area. Since most of the structures have outlived their lives and they need immediate repair and attention. So this was one of the super passes and a very important point of view for, since it is chunk of the land is being irrigated through these super passes, and it was almost going to settle down or going to tilt away due to the flash floods. And we can see here a person completely standing underneath the foundation of that superstructure. And we were very much worried, since it could have happened like Banol Nala. We experienced it in Ranbir Canal. So I took up this issue very seriously and asked my chief engineer, who is otherwise a very who's very technically very competent engineer, and he advised me to go immediately for the protection of this uh, temporary protection of this work, and we executed in due time. And before this the coming onset of this rainy season, otherwise the things would have gone out of control. My next slide shows the actual position. Person is completely standing, and this area is exposed, and there was a fall of approximately 7 meters. And with the guidance and direction of my chief engineer, who got this work approved under UT capex for 28.4 lakhs, the work was completed, and showing that with great work, and it is approximately spanning over 80 to 90 meters spanning. And it saved us a CC of 6039. And if we value the value of the crop, it comes up about to be 50 crores. It had settled down, the situation would have become a very worse condition. What timely guidance and assistance of my chief engineer have to cope up with this difficult situation. And this is the red area where I'm showing it would have been affected if the temporary protection had not taken place. But we have achieved that target. Now we are safe, and hopefully a permanent restoration shall be done under NABARD, and this will become part of that protection of the bird. And similarly, one more siphon was similarly placed in the similar position, and it cost me only 3 lakhs, but 1,438 hectares of land was saved. Otherwise, there was also a apprehension of its settlement also, and affecting the area downstream of that. And if the value of the crop is taken, it comes out to be 16 crores. So these are the achievements, I should say, under the guidance and ACS sir approved these works under UT capex, and we were able to protect these very important structures of New Partap Canal. So this is headworks of New Partap Canal, and we are seeing here the people are cleaning this trash manually, and this is a very difficult, since water, and we can water rack level is 12 feet, and the water in peak season goes to 23 feet and above, and it is very difficult. People have to dive and to remove the trash, and sometimes dead bodies do come to the side due to the flow to the side. It's a very difficult day-to-day problem, and we have to remove this trash on daily basis to ensure the smooth flow of water in the canal. And now that's why, as I have shown you the above pictures and problems, so need for modernization was felt, and it was conceived that the project should be modernized, and it will increase demand, since there are many issues as increased demand for water, change in crop pattern, and dilapidated condition of irrigation canal and structure since constructed 60 years and above. increased area for crop cultivation, and environmental and sustainability concerns. And if we see this, we have anticipated that this pre-modernization postpone, what benefit we will be getting. Firstly, we will be increasing 156.80 kilometer, 82 kilometer of our distributed network to 167.02 kilometer, approximately 10 kilometer. We will increase by increasing this distribution network. The CCA will henceforth will increase 831 hectares. And irrigation potential, we are creating 2031 hectares. And if we see it in terms of value, it will increase 50 crores, 50.32 lakhs of yield per annum over and above the existing price. So other benefits we can see here, potential, as I told you earlier, 2031 hectares of land, villages to be benefited, 96 souls to be benefited, 1,10,000 of souls shall be benefited directly. Employment to be generated, skilled labor, 4,17,495 man days, unskilled labor, 1,28,571 man days. Annual benefit will be 50.32 crore. And if we see the cost benefit ratio, it comes 1:2.77. It's a very good that way cost benefit ratio. And this is the scope of the project. I have in a pie chart, I have shown you percentage of activities that is to be executed. Distribution and miners shall be the major, shall play a major role in this execution at 37%. Power plant mechanical component 7%. Works 15%, regulator 6%, house 3%, craft drainage 6%, bridges and bridges 3%, and escape 4%, buildings 1%, earthwork pitching and grouting 8%. So this is the overall scope of the activities I have shown in pie chart. This is the overview of the first year program we have taken up. Main canal is 7.9. We main canal pitching and grouting we want to complete in the first year itself. It's a 7.9 kilometer, and main canal wall section 0.8 kilometer and 0.8 kilometer we are envisaging to complete it in the first year itself. And main canal lining section 2.2 is 2 kilometer. And likewise, distributed pitching 24 kilometer, 9 kilometer, and distributed wall section is 5.2, 3 kilometer, and distributed lining section 3.7. This first year we are not taking up this, and direct outlet and minus 25.06, 10 kilometers, and direct outlets and minus wall section 12.87, 6.2 kilometer. Major bridges 4 numbers not we're not taking this year. And total crossing culverts, road crossing 30 numbers, 10 numbers we plan to construct in the first year. And falls on distributed direct outlets 42 numbers, 15 numbers will be completed. Likewise, headway, regulator of escape channel, distributed direct outlets 99 numbers, 20 numbers we plan to complete. And extension of distribute is 3.6 kilometer. We plan to extend it by 2 kilometers. And extension of direct outlets, miners, construction of new miners, 6.4 kilometer. It's 0.5 kilometer. Likewise, cross drainage works, aqueduct, overhead, we're not taking up this year. Buildings and 3 buildings we plan to complete in 1 number. So it's a total cost of, as I earlier told, it's of 75 crore, and the first year allocation, it's a year of 3 years of the completion period, and 40, 30, and 30% is the mode of allocation of NABARD. And first year it's a 30 crore, and we have divided it into 4 packages. And I have package 1 6 crore, package 2 6.5 crore. Package 3 4.37, and package 4 is 8.37. This is the first year planning we are going to execute, and second year and third year we have yet to plan the things. Since priority is to be given as we want to see maximum water saved by virtue of the repair of improvement of these vulnerable structures. This is the drive, sir, where activities are spanning all over the distributaries and main canal in the first year itself. These are the activities that have been chosen considering the maximum benefit is accrued after the completion of the first year project and CCA is generated. So maximum our attention is to arrest the wastage of water, and that spots have been identified, and we are doing through practically going. Our engineers are going to the fields and practically seeing where it is most required. That we have taken down priority one in the first year itself. And this is a time cycle for execution of work. Since we are constrained with the time, uh, maximum time is during closure period only, and we cannot execute the activities during the irrigation season. What we have, we will have to manage the thing where we can have access. Since sometimes there is a spot, but we don't have any access due to the standing crop, and the villages don't allow us to take our man and machine. So we have to be very practical. Since the time of completion of the project, we have kept only 6 months, and starting from mid-September to mid-March, and maximum activities of main canal shall be done in the month of January to March, and the rest of the activity shall be uh, uh, executed before as and when where water requirement is less, and we will do accordingly that. Yeah. And this is the scope of work in the first year itself, sir. In terms of the total. That's all, sir, from my side. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Manoj, would you like to add anything? मनोज
I think,
आप ऐड करना चाहेंगे
yes,
कुछ भी?
sir, I think my action has given in detail everything. I would like to add only this thing, that we are planning the works like tendering and BOQ during the period when the canal is functional, and so that we can the things are in place during the as we did the same thing while executing the desilting works. Before the start of the canal closure, everything will be finalized, tenders would be in place, everything will be okay, and some works will be executed even during running condition also, where some at tail ends when water requirement is less. So we are planning as per that, based on the limited availability of the period. So we'll plan the things accordingly so that works are executed well in time. That's it.
All right, Manchana ji, anything from your side? Well, thank you very much. This presentation brings out various steps in the way you've gone into details of explaining how you're planning this thing. Definitely be of a lot of use to everybody who's connected. Anyone has got any comments to make? Then please go ahead. Chief Engineer, Irrigation, Kashmir. So if there's nobody else who has any other comments to make right now, thanks for the presentation, and we'll go on to the next presentation. Riaz, please go ahead.
Sir, next presentation today is implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission and need for rainwater harvesting. The presentation shall be made by Vikaran Mahajan, AEPHE Samba. Vikrant, you can start your presentation.
Thank you, sir. Sir, is my screen visible? What I'm sharing, sir? My presentation?
No, Vikrant. Your presentation is not visible. Your screen is visible. I think you shared the wrong tab.
Is it visible now, sir?
Yes, it is visible. Please go ahead.
Sorry for delay, sir. Good evening, ACS, sir. With your permission, I'll be presenting on the topic implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission scheme and need for rainwater harvesting. Jal Jeevan Mission. Jal Jeevan Mission is not only the project of water supply engineering, tendering, contractors, etc., but it also aims to involve the community in planning, implementation, operation, and management. Communities to lead in all aspects of implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission. It has been launched to provide functional household tap connections to every household by 2024. Growing awareness of community participation in the works from pre-planning to post-implementation can help in successful implementation of the project. Benefits of community involvement in implementation and maintenance of water supply scheme. First is better service delivery, better understanding of the day-to-day O&M responsibilities as the community is itself involved, so they know how to operate and maintain it in a better way. Better awareness and understanding about drinking water related issues in the village, higher levels of community ownership on in-village infrastructure. Community determines what will work and what will not. When we meet Pani Smiti and villagers at the planning stage, their guidance actually helps us in finalizing source location, storage location, etc. Can then work with extended hands for PhD engineers in monitoring, local support, contribution, and immediate problem solving. How to involve community? Firstly, Jal
This
Jeevan
presentation
Mission.
is not moving, Vikrant. The presentation is not moving.
Now, sir.
Yes, we can see it now.
Yes.
ये पीछे वाली स्लाइड्स की मैंने तो नहीं देखी है.
Sir, ये. Shall I repeat, sir?
ये रिपीट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप थोड़ा सा टाइम दीजिए ताकि सब लोग पढ़ सकें.
Okay, sir.
नेक्स्ट पे जाइए. Benefits of community involvement in implementation and maintenance of WSS. G, next.
How to involve community?
So go ahead.
Because Jal Jeevan Mission is not a top-down approach. It is being implemented with bottom-up approach. Like first we prepare village action plan, then district action plan, and then state action plan. So rather than being an engineer only, we need to be the social engineer also. We need to be flexible and patient while discussing the plans with the community. It is better if we talk to them in the local language. Encourage and motivate. Hand over the stick. While planning, we should hand over the stick to the prominent citizens, women, Pani Smiti members, or any other interested inhabitant of the village. We should even say, ये स्कीम आप लोगों के लिए बनाई जा रही है, आपने इसे साथ मिलकर चलाना है, पहले आप राय दें क्या करना है, फिर हम अपनी बात रखेंगे और हम बताएंगे कैसे बेहतर स्कीम बनाई जा सकती है. Low profile, encourage and felicitate, involve quiet and marginalized people and women. This is some cartoon picture. We'll discuss it. We'll return from next slide. Then we'll discuss on this picture. We need to make community understand the benefits of functional household tap connection. Like it reduces the time spent in collecting the water. It reduces the travel distance up to the water point. It reduces incidence of water-related diseases, increasing adequate quantity of water, improving water quality, and increasing opportunities for income generation. Now, coming to this picture, we can see at the center, the villager is saying, of course, I'll pay for piped water, but nobody has even asked me yet. Like, we can see his family behind. They have telephone or mobile connection. They must be paying for it. They have television with dish or cable connection. They must also be paying for it. They have electricity connection. They would definitely be paying for it. And on the right side, we can see a lady holding a bucket filled with water, two pots on her head. She would have traveled few meters or kilometers to bring water to this place. But the thing to be noticed is she also has a LPG connection, and definitely she will be paying for this. So communities need to understand the benefits of FSTCs, and they will definitely pay for water tariffs. The key role to be played by the community in successful running of the water supply scheme is arranging operation of the system through a suitable person, carrying out minor repairs, chlorination, water quality testing, ensuring proper use of infrastructure, cleanliness near sources, create and maintain register for accounts, fixing and collection of O&M costs, and water tariff. This is water supply scheme. This is the picture of water supply scheme Rampura. This has been completed under Jal Jeevan Mission. It was prepared with a cost amounting to 439.23 lakhs. New FSTCs installed under the said scheme are 465 in number, and 175 households have been upgraded with a service level of minimum 55 liters. This is the list of people who have been arranged for some operation works and carrying out many repairs, like mason, electrician, plumber. They have consented, and it has been passed in the resolution has been passed in the Pani Smiti. This is chlorination, which is important part of our scheme. This is inline chlorinator installed at the pumping station. All the parameters values get displayed on a small screen of the equipment. The dosing will automatically increase or decrease according to pump flow rate. The inline chlorinators are first of its type being installed at the pumping stations under Jal Jeevan Mission. This pic shows the student from nearby school being demonstrated by junior engineer regarding the importance of this equipment. This is the list of women who have been trained for field testing field testing kits, and they have been regularly monitoring the quality of water supply. This is the next community involvement in construction of rainwater harvesting structure. On the screen, it is a rainwater harvesting structure constructed just because of community participation and awareness. When Pani Smiti members were made aware of water conservation, Sarpanch Madam herself initiated and contacted Block Development Officer and asked him to requested him to construct rainwater harvesting in this inside the boundary area of this scheme. And afterwards she said कि सर मैं यहाँ पर गांव की औरतों को लाऊंगी और उन्हें दिखाऊंगी कि पानी हमें भी अपने घरों में ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर बनाना है. This is after the completion and commissioning of the scheme, a special meeting of Pani Smiti members, ISA team, PHED staff, and contractor staff was arranged for their orientation. Pani Smiti was made aware that the contractors shall maintain your scheme for 1 year after completion of trial run. Thereafter, there was long discussion with successful output regarding fixing of water supply hours, water supply timings, and it was decided in the meeting that Mohalla A will get water supply at 6 a.m., Mohalla B will get at 7 a.m., or evening or morning timings were also decided. This is small exercise done by our team in fixing and in calculation of water tariff. So total number of households being served under the scheme are 614 number. So pumping hours of machinery are at present there are 8 hours pumping is being done. HP of capacity of pumping machinery is 15 HP. Unit of electricity consumed per hour 11.4. Therefore, total electricity consumed per month comes out to be 2736 units. The electricity cost in Samba district is around 6.5 rupees for pumping stations, PHE pumping station. We have considered it as 7 rupees, a bit on higher side. Therefore, it is 19,152 rupees per month. Salary of the staff initially it would be needed to deploy 3 people mainly minimum. So it may be on lower side or higher side, that has to be decided by the Pani Samiti and community itself. But we have considered it as per the daily wages we are paying the wages. The same rate has been considered for them. General repairs including 10,000. Unforeseen miscellaneous expenses 5,000 rupees. Chlorination, in this chlorination plant we have installed, we use grade 2 sodium hypochlorite. Its cost including transportation and taxis and all comes out to be 50 rupees per liter. So at present the usage of this liquid chlorine is around 50 liters per month. So we have considered it a bit on higher side, 70 for calculation purpose. So 70 liters into 50, 3,500 rupees for chlorination purpose. The total is 65,642 rupees. Then we have added 10% extra monthly add-ons, which would be added into the revenue account, so that if any major repair occurs in 5 or 6 months, that will be added. So therefore, grand total comes out to be 72,206. We have assumed the water charges to be collected from 90% household. There may be some problems by collecting. We would not be able to collect from 100% households. We have considered 90% households, and the per household tariff has been calculated to be rupees 125 per household. Next is rainwater harvesting. What is rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting is the technique of collection and storage of rainwater at surface or in subsurface water bearing zones before it is lost as surface run. It is collection and storage of rainwater that runs off from rooftops, parks, roads, open grounds, etc. This is a picture of distribution of Earth's water. 97% of the Earth's water is saline. We have only 3% of fresh water. Out of 3% fresh water, 68.7% is in ice caps and glaciers, 30% is groundwater, and we have only 0.3% of surface water. Out of the surface water, 87% is in lakes, 11% in swamps or wetlands, and 2% is in rivers. Therefore, all water on earth, 99% is unusable and only 1% is usable by humans. Need for rainwater harvesting: to meet increasing water demand, to reduce the surface runoff, to avoid the flooding and damage of roads, to avoid accumulation of water in low-lying areas. Purpose of rainwater recharging groundwater: to arrest the declining water levels, storage of fresh water in the aquifer, to improve the groundwater quality, disposal of wastewater, to improve the sustainability of existing groundwater sources, to minimize the failure of tube wells, dug wells due to lowering of water levels, to check the increasing cost on energy consumption. This is the global water trend for water stress. In 1995, India was the country where water withdrawal of the total percentage was between 20 to 40%. But it was estimated that by the year 2025, India would have used more than 40% of the water, total percentage of water available. Now, coming to Jammu and Kashmir, this is some data provided by groundwater resources, dynamic groundwater resources. This agency comes under the Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India. They have categorized 20 assessment units in different districts in Jammu and Kashmir. In 2017, all the 22 assessment units were categorized as safe, and in 2020 again they were categorized as safe. But in 2022 and 2023, one district, one assessment unit was categorized as semi-critical and other 19 as safe. and then one semi-critical is in Srinagar urban. Then if we have safe, we are still in safe category, then what is the challenge then? We need to discuss why we are focusing on rainwater harvesting and what are the challenges. Water challenges in Jammu. Jammu, nestled in the foothills of the Himalayas, faces unique water challenges. Despite being blessed with abundant natural resources such as rivers and seasonal rainfall, the region grapples with water scarcity issues. The population is rapidly increasing in Jammu as well as in the adjoining district Samba. Therefore, dependency on groundwater sources to fulfill requirement has generally increased. In the presentation, on the right side, we can see the map of district Samba. From where it starts, Badi Brahmana, Kaluchak Bridge to the Ames Vijaypur Bridge. It is around 22-kilometer stretch, and there is not even a single perennial nala or river flowing through the area. So dependency automatically comes on groundwater. Now the issue is Jammu district is expanding rapidly and it is expanding towards district Samba. And Samba in Vijaypur we have new aims established and other development projects of government. So the water demand in the next decade shall increase rapidly, and we are totally dependent on groundwater. If we do not start rainwater harvesting or water conservation plan or water security, so the groundwater table will definitely go very low. Now at the bottom it is written 1 meter rise in water level saves about 0.4 kilowatt of power. What does it mean? Like in Jammu, we have, after the completion of JJM projects, Jammu province will be having a sum total of around 27 tube wells and bowels. If water table goes down by 1 meter everywhere, then there will be more consumption of around 17,280 kilowatt energy per day, which is almost equivalent to electricity being provided to 2,000 households per day. Therefore, maintaining proper groundwater table is a matter of serious concern. This is some art. Actually, this topic is very vast. There are many artificial recharge techniques as well as natural, and but we have been demonstrating two techniques over here, which are very easy and maybe if we try, we can implement in our areas or in our water supply schemes. This is the photograph of the abandoned dug well or well, a dry unused dug well which can be used as a recharge structure. The recharged water is guided through a pipe to the bottom of the well to avoid scoring of water. Before using the dug well as recharge structure, its bottom should be cleaned and all the fine deposits should be removed. Recharged water should be silt free. It should be cleaned regularly. It is suitable for large buildings, and periodic chlorination should be done for controlling the bacteriological contaminants. And this is very cost effective. It won't cost us more. If we wait and try, we can. I think we can get it done easily. This is abundant hand pump. An abundant hand pump can also be used for recharge. These structures are suitable for small buildings having the roof area of up to 150 square meter. Water is diverted from rooftop to the hand pump through pipe of 100 dia. So I have one video presentation. This is very innovative. If sir, can please. Is it visible, sir? Is it visible, sir?
Yes, visual.
Yes.
Akhnoor is in the middle of a hot, dry summer and in the second consecutive year of drought. There are now concerns about drinking water in the months ahead. But if people could follow the example of A.R. Shivakumar, they would find that the city's annual rainfall, even in a drought.
The video is not visible.
Video is not visible, sir. Now, sir?
Here is
Now, sir?
No.
Sorry, sir, I am not able to present this, so I'll continue. Conclusion. In conclusion, community engagement is pivotal for the successful implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission and the adoption of rainwater harvesting practices in Jammu. By harnessing the collective wisdom and resources of local communities, we can address water challenges effectively and ensure water security for future generations. Together, let us strive towards building a sustainable and resilient water future for Jammu through collaborative efforts and inclusive approaches. Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Vikrant. It was a wonderful presentation and very innovative one also. I would request if anybody has any questions or the comments to make. So the house is now open for any comments.
Vikaran, it was a good presentation. Especially, I liked your slide on O&M, in which you have calculated, you have put in the efforts to calculate the each and every component which is involved for the operation and the maintenance of the any water supply scheme. Though you have calculated as 125 rupees per household per month, it's good. It's a single. I assume it's a single stage scheme. It may vary for the 2-stage or 3 lift scheme, but you have made a very good effort for calculation of O&M cost.
Thank you, sir.
I saw last one. Yeah. Any comments from anybody? Rainwater harvesting is a topic on which I'm very sure that all those who have joined recently must have read extensively. And rainwater harvesting is presently part of the requirements, development norms in the urban areas. Rural areas में नहीं है, लेकिन urban areas में है. So this is something on which there is need to work a lot. For example, wherever conversion of land is being allowed, like the Gabonese Khad and all these kind of places, and places where might be large scale developments taking place where vegetation would be removed and the natural absorption of water is unlikely to be the same level, it would be affected adversely. At all such places, rainwater harvesting would remain a very relevant intervention. So anyway, if there is nobody else has to say anything, Riaz, then please go ahead. And before that, my compliments to both the presenters today in presenting in a very succinct way and covering various aspects relevant to the topic that they've chosen. Thank you, both of you. On JJM, of course, I have requested the JJM group to keep on making presentations on different aspects. This is the first one that they've given. And I would request that even the basics of JJM, the IMIs, the way the entire process is going on, etc. I suggest the JJM team should immediately come up with a presentation of that nature. That would be not only inform everybody, but also let them be aware about the major project, the scheme which is going on. Ms. Riaz, please go ahead.
So we have completed both the presentations.
Yes.
So I think if you allow, we'll close the.
Sir, I have to say something, sir. Sir,
yes, Boli Manoj.
Sir, I have to say something regarding uploading of these PPTs on the official website of Irrigation Flood Control Jammu. Because it was decided that every PPT is to be uploaded for the information of all. But we find a very tough time to gather these PPTs. We have shared our email address, but nobody is sharing of his own. We have to give a call to everyone to gather to procure that PPT. So a direction must be given to all that when they present a PPT, they must share of their own. We need not ask them.
Yeah, I think you already said it. Very sure that all those who have presented would take care of this. You should obviously, when you're presenting to a group of such a large number of professionals and have the courage to make that presentation, you are sure of your facts, then there's no reason why the PPT should not be shared. If the worry is this, that there's something that you are contained in this PPT which is not correct, then I don't think you need to have that worry. If the worry is that somebody else will copy this presentation and use it, in fact, that is the typical act of cowardice which we all have sometimes. Because if somebody else copies the presentation and tries to present it somewhere else, trust me, if he is not fully in command of the subject, he'll make a mess of it. So please don't worry that your PPT will be stolen and used somewhere else. It is how you present which is important, and how you are able to link from one slide to another and make an environment which is able to communicate what you are trying to say. So in future, Manoj, one more thing, that the moment the presentation series is notified, it is usually taking place on Wednesday or Thursday. The moment that happens, on the very same day, both in two forms, PPT as well as PDF forms, the presentation should be sent to the capacity building cell. Otherwise, we will exclude that person. Hitesh, kindly take note that, and of course, exclusion will not be without consequences. So kindly make sure that you definitely give your presentation 2 days in advance. An ideal thing will be, Manoj, that you upload that presentation just before the workshop series commences. That gives a huge advantage to every participant, because then they can immediately access the website and keep on seeing the presentation. Because after all, we are relying on electronic equipments. Today, for example, there has been a delay. I was asking you to use the projector mode, and in that the PPT was not visible. So there are a number of circumstances in which the things may not work. It is important if you can disseminate in advance, at least 5 minutes before the presentation time. That would be wonderful.
That's correct.
Right then, we'll close it today. Thank you very much. Thank you, both the presenters and everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.